Hi everybody, Kitsune Hururi here, and welcome to my channel. I decided to do a new little thing because I have quite a large collection of dolls, really. Small dolls, so they don't take up as much space as they possibly could. I've seen some collections, some pretty impressive collections, especially life-size dolls of toddlers and things. Yeah, lots of space there. But, as bulky as my collection is, not that big. But the reason I mention that is I have some things in my collection that I would like to share with you. And I'm going to just call this the something from the shelf. Because, well, they're all some things from the shelf. Some of my dolls, toys, etc., I have had for a very long time. Today's offering will be the epitome of that. And really, I don't know a lot about them, so I decided to start looking up some of them. And this first one is a small offering, but it's somewhat interesting. Because as I went looking for it, I found conflicting information with what was physically in my hands. Not a big thing, but you'll see what I mean. Anyway, in 1975, when I came into existence, there was a toy company, was Baby Joy, or just Joy? I'm not sure. I've seen Baby Joy a lot, so that may be right. And they did squeak toys of Kewpies. And some of you are familiar with Kewpies, some of you are not. There is a whole backstory on this. There are books, there's greeting cards and everything. All goes back to this one particular lady. But basically, it's a baby that's mostly bald, maybe has a lock of hair, always naked. Sometimes they have little wings, sometimes they don't. But they're cute. And they've shown up in a lot of things. As a matter of fact, they're popular enough in Japan that there is a mayonnaise called Kewpie. Which, by the way, if you can get a hold of the Japanese version of, you won't want to go back to regular mayonnaise ever again. It's just very good. I can't speak for the Americanized version, but I will say the Japanese one's healthier for you. But I digress. On the Kewpies, this Baby Joy company made a Kewpie, and well, I've got her. As a matter of fact, I've had her since I was an infant. Here she is, a little worse for wear because she is 50 years old. They usually had the pink bonnet with some sort of polka dots. There are newer versions with a different paint pattern. There are newer versions that have a little diaper and big eyelashes and all sorts of different paint changes. But this is mine, with her little button on the back of her bonnet, her tiny little yellow lock of hair. And while she looks filthy, she has been cleaned. The stains are forever on her. She was played with quite a lot. And she came back to me not too long ago, but she was in some rough condition. She had some mold on her. I had to clean all of that off. She does, because the age of the rubber, and she is natural rubber, have a lot of crazing, where the rubber itself is cracking. But this little darling, for the most part, she's still pretty soft. I just don't squeeze her much, just to keep from damaging her anymore. Now, this did have a squeak toy. That would have been removed by my father because he did it to every squeaky toy we had. He always took the squeaks out. I may put a new one in. Just because, well, maybe I shouldn't. Because I don't really want her to be squeezed much. And you know, she's got a crack. There was a little bit of controversy in what I found. And I did find a lot of pictures and everything. She was easy to look up. But the controversy was this. When I went online looking for the information, where she came from, gave me the year and everything, the company, she is, you know, the Kewpie squeak toy. It said she was manufactured in Taiwan. Online it says this. Now, this little darling does have very hard to see markings here on the bottom, but I was able to see it well enough. I can see that it says at least a little bit of joy is still written on there. But there's a little bit right over here. It's right there by my fingernail. And it says made in the USA. So, I am believing, I may be right, I may be wrong, but I am believing at this point in time that what that means is they transferred the manufacturer either one way or the other. Somebody bought somebody out. This happens a lot. If you look at my Little Ponies, particularly my Cotton Candy, she's a G1, her year is earlier than what they claim My Little Pony exists. She is 1 year earlier. And that is because some of those designs were being done in Japan first, or Taiwan first, or something like that. It happens sometimes. You're going to find it in a lot of toys, especially the older toys. So, while this may not be a big thing, I'm fairly certain the information's not correct. If you have this one, she's not from Taiwan. She is from the US. It may be that the ones that are better painted, ones with the diaper, different face paints, those might be the ones from Taiwan. And if it's not written on her back, look right here. And that's going to have your information if it hasn't worn away. Now, I know some of you out there probably have other little rubber toys like these. Share with us. What ones do you have? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And check out all the stuff in the links below. If you need my Discord for some reason, just message me. I have found that those codes just disintegrate. So I have to keep redoing them. So, if you would like to have my Discord, I'll get it to you. A fresh one. Just whenever you want. Otherwise, everything else should link up just fine. I'd like to thank you so very much for watching. I will see you next time. And bye-bye.
La